Okay, so Torah concept in the New Testament, let no man lay temptation to God. So while James, in James 1:13, explicitly states, let no one say when he is tempted, I am being tempted by God, okay? Which is a direct theological claim. We note how the Torah lays the foundational logic for this idea through its portrayal of God's character and the moral agency of humanity. In James 1:13, the core claim asserts two things. Okay, one, that God is morally incorruptible, and two, that God is not the source of temptation. Okay, so we note the Torah parallels. Okay, so Genesis 3 verse 12 is the first blame game. Okay, so Adam does the blame game here. It says, the woman that you gave to be with me, she gave me from the tree that I ate. Okay, so Adam's basically indirectly blaming God for his sin. And so, because he says, the woman that you gave me. Okay, so this is the earliest example of attributing temptation or sin to God's providence. And we note how the narrative rejects this logic because God holds Adam, Eve, and the serpent each accountable for their own actions. Okay, so we note how in Deuteronomy 8:2 it says that God tests but does not entice. The Torah says that God tests nissah. He tests nissah Israel, right? He tests Israel, and the goal is refinement and not enrichment. His goal is refinement, but not enticement to sin. Okay, so this distinction is crucial. Testing reveals, but temptation entices. So James likely draws on this Hebrew distinction between nissayon, the test, and the yetzer, hara, the evil inclination. And so the Torah states that God is holy in Leviticus chapter 11 and not morally dualistic. Okay, so humans are morally responsible for their choices. We read this in Deuteronomy 30 verse 19, and as Moshe says, choose life, follow God in his ways, right? And so the temptation arises from the yetzer hara, the evil inclination, and not from God, So this is how the New Testament in James taught Torah. The Torah has not passed away.